right, I'm here with Antoine
Yeah.
from France, and he's a PCT Thru hiker I met on my camp out today. Why don't you tell me what you're up to, Antoine?
I'm Antoine. My trail name is No Food, and I started the PCT like 2 days ago, like from Mexico. So it was like the 22 May, and I run the PCT, and my goal is to make a sub 70 days. And I was down the trail, and I meet you, and it was one of my best evening of the PCT. So I'm so happy.
Well, thank you, and it's been a pleasure for me as well, my friend. So you're not the average PCT Thru hiker. You run a lot. You said you're day 32, and you've already ran a lot, basically from Mexico to all the way to Northern California. So you've almost covered the whole state in a month.
Yeah, my goal, is to push myself like the maximum I can, but I didn't expect a lot of aspects of the PCT, like people, like the landscapes. I was really impressed by this aspect, like trail angel, like the kindness of people, and it's crazy. So from the beginning, I was really focused on the performance aspect of the PCT, but now it's more like pleasure, meet you, around a fire, listen music, drink a beer. So I love this aspect, and yeah, PCT is the hike of the world, I think.
Very cool. I noticed you came up with the lightest pack probably one of the lightest packs I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I really like your tent. What are you using for gear over here?
I used a special pack. It's Osprey, a Velocity 30. It's like my pack, all pack. It's like a 9 lbs, so I think it's really light for US people. And for my tent.
So your pack loaded is 9 pounds?
With every gear I have, like without food.
Okay.
Without food,
but
without water.
That's super light.
Yeah, I have nothing, honestly. I have this jacket. I have like my my tent, my sleeping pad, a knife, and yeah, my papers, official papers. And I have this tent, and this is a big Agnes. It's crazy. It's really light. It's really comfortable. I love this tent, honestly.
How many miles are you averaging a day?
It depends on the elevation gain and on the section, because on the California section I was like on a 40 mile a day, but on the Sierras I was more like a 32 mile a day. And now I want go to big mileage, like on the California section, like 40 mile or 60 kilometers for French people or European. But yeah, I like that.
That's a big day.
Yeah, it's a big day, but a lot of people say to me like, you have pleasure? Do you have pleasure when you go for 40 miles a day? And honestly, I have a lot of pleasure, because I saw a lot of people, I meet a lot of people, and I create a lot of relations with them. It's not like a hiking, like hiking vibe, I don't have a trail family. I'm alone on every time, but yeah, I love that.
Is this your first time to America, or have you been here?
It's my first time to America. I have family in America, but I never went to America. And honestly, I love this country. It's so nice. I love the vibe. I love the mentality of people. Like, push yourself. Like, yeah, man, go for sub 70 days. In France, we are more like, no, don't run this trail, And in US, every people I met was like go. So I like that.
No, that's quite a feat you're making, and I really hope you make it.
Yeah, I hope. We are near of the midway. I think I will go in maybe 5 or 6 days. So I will be at like 37 days, and I really want to be faster on the second part, because you have like the next section of North California, and you have Oregon and Washington, and it's more easier than there's a desert and Sierras.
So you must be pretty conditioned by now. Was the beginning rough, or how was the start? How did that work out for you?
I'm a runner, so I have a big past of ultra trail running in France. So I prepare this hike with a lot of big trail trainings on France, like on mountains, I did a big races. I think PCT is one of my biggest goal of my life. You know, like when you play a video games, it's like the final boss. You know, it's my final boss. You know, it's like I'm on a video games, and for me PCT is my final boss. So I'm like, when I will finish this trail, I will be like, damn, I did the dream of my life.
Well, and the PCT is way better than any video game and much more healthier.
Yeah, man. Honestly, I don't think people can understand the vibe around the PCT. You need to be there. You need to be there.
I don't know if I already asked you this yet or not, but what mile are you on, and how long is the PCT?
In mile, it's like 2,600 miles, and for European people, it's like 4,200 kilometers. So it's really, really long. Normally, a normal a normal hiker, do this in like between 5 and 6 months. But me, I want to do like sub 3 months. So, yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and you gotta. What a lot of people probably don't realize is you gotta start, if you're going northbound, especially, is with the seasons, and start in the spring and then make it through the snow, but then you got to make it to Canada before it snows again. So we're in the Sierras right now at like 7,500 feet or roughly, give or take. You've been through a bunch of snow. How has that been?
The past year on the Sierras was crazy. It was the worst year of, I think, on the every year, because there is a lot of snow. But now it's really cool, honestly. I did Forest Pass, like the highest pass of the PCT. Every pass without micro spikes or axe or winter gears. Honestly, it was easy for me. I say it like that because a lot of people can be really hungry for that. But yeah, it was really easy for me because I didn't saw a lot of snow on the PCT. But yeah, it was not too difficult, honestly. You have snow, but if you are patient, you are like you are not like a stupid guy. You can do that, honestly. But Sierras is really, really beautiful. You can do like maybe 100 miles without meet one guy, and you have a lot of beautiful landscapes. It's really wide. You have no cities, no resupply. So yeah, it's the best part of the PCT.
Oh, well, that's good to know. I grew up here, and I love this area, and it's hard to leave it.
Yeah,
so.
I think people need to go to the Sierra one day in your life, because in France we have a lot of mountains, but it's not like the Sierras. Because on the Sierras, if you have a problem, yeah, it's bad. But in France, if you have a problem, you can go on a city really quickly. But in Sierras, you need to go like maybe to do 40 miles or 50 miles to enter on the city. So yeah.
So you can't just stop and give up. You have to keep going. I've only done some smaller sections of the PCT and where those areas you're talking about, where
you need to go to the PCT one day.
Everything. I can only imagine doing the whole thing. I really want to, and
I think in a few years, PCT will be really hard. You know why? Because on the desert, it will be really, really hot, and on the Sierras, it will be really, really smashed, because you have a lot of trees, destroyed trees because of the wind, of fires. So yeah, I think people need to go to the PCT in like 5 years, because in 10 years or 20 years it will be really hard to do the PCT, because you have a lot of fires in the North California, you have the heat on the desert, and you have a lot of big wind on like destroyed bridges, destroyed trees on the Sierra. So yeah, go before.
Yeah, no, I grew up in this area in the fire season. Well, now they call it a season.
Yeah, it's so sad.
And it shouldn't be a season like the weather. We've been lucky the last couple of years, but yeah, things have changed. But yeah, after winter, when you're coming through, when you do, things are all falling down, and
yeah, man,
it gets really
but I
rough.
think PCT is really the hike of the world, because you have so many different weather, you have so many different places. You begin with the desert, after you go to the mountains, after you go on a flat forest and like bird forest, after you go on a big forest with Oregon, and you have again mountains. So it's really different vibe, because California people are not like Oregon people. No, it's so amazing. I think really, it's the hike of the world. Really.
I hope I get to do it someday.
Yeah.
Would it be okay with you if we took a peek in your world and kind of checked out some of your gear and showed the people what you're carrying and what's going on?
Yeah, for sure. Wait. This is my pack. Really light pack, you know. It's a Talon Velocity 30. It's for Osprey brand. I have one bottle of water. It's really light, but on the California, like especially on the North California in Sierras, you have a lot of plenty water. So you can go for one bottle.
So you're going less than a liter, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, you are hardcore.
Yeah. I have my one pole because I had two poles on the beginning, but there is a pole was broken on the Sierra. So yeah, so sad. I have a strong jacket for cold night and my wine jacket, you know. I have a new shirt, you know. So yeah, that's I think it's the only stuff I have. And I have like my sleeping pad, you know. Yeah, to sleep. And
so you go with the air mattress then?
yeah, it's like a, I don't know the brand. It's like a, wait, it's like a Rab. It's really ultralight. It's so nice.
And you haven't had any punctures? I know that's been a debate of the air mattress versus the pad. So you haven't had any punctures? Have you been doing good, or no holes, no leaks?
No, yeah,
It's been
I just
good?
have this honestly, and it's my tent. You can.
So I picked it up earlier. It's super light. What'd you say this thing is? 800 grams or
Yeah,
something?
800 grams. So it's really light.
It's what do we got here? The Big Agnes, huh?
Big Agnes, yes. It's one of the most famous brand, I think, for tent.
And
so
is this made? Where is this tent made? You said it was made in another country? Or?
I think it's French. It's a French brand. I don't know because it's French color, so I think it's French, but I don't know. And I think I need to search that, but I think it's like, yeah, it's real European, yeah. But it's one of the best brands. I have my food, like, you know, like M&M's, Cliff bars, chips. I think it's only what you need for a PCTs.
A lot of snacks.
Yeah, you need to eat.
It looks like most of your pack is snacks.
Yeah. I don't have a big meals, like, you know, like for dinner or some stuff like that, you know.
Well, yeah, I've ran into a lot of through hikers over the years, and you've probably definitely had the smallest pack I think I've seen.
Yeah, I think.
And you're running it, so more power to you.
Yeah,
I
I need to be light to run, because if I'm not light, it can be really hard for me to carry heavy things, you know. So yeah, I like my stuff honestly, really. I think it's the perfect stuff for me.